Alright guys, so today in our lecture we're going to be talking about the slope-intercept form. So first off, it starts off as y equals mx plus b. Now we use this, what we're going to be doing in class today, we're going to be showing how we can actually graph both these graphs right here. And just like go through work and actually show how you can find like m, b, and y, and x and stuff. So we're going to start off with, who can tell me what m means in the y-intercept form? Anyone? Alright, so for those of you guys who don't know, m is the slope. And then, so b right here, does anyone know what b is?
Y-intercept?
Yep, that's the y-intercept, correct. And so what we're going to do here, right, is when we have the m, it's going to go in rise over run equals m, which is going to be, let's say it was 3 over 2. So you're going to be going up 3 spaces on a graph and then going 2 to the right. So it's going to be like simple like that, and then you start off with your point, which is going to be the y-intercept. Now here's how we're going to find how to graph this. So I'm going to pick a little equation. We're going to do y equals 3 over 2 plus 2. Now I'm going to show you guys how to graph it first. So since it's on plus 2 positive, it's going to start off on the top, above of the x-axis because it's like a positive integer. So 2, we're going to start off right around here at this very point where x is equal to 0, and then 3 over 2 should be an x, but 3 over 2 x. So we're going to go up 3 spaces because it's a rise, and then also the denominator is positive 2, so it's going to go to the right 2 positive spaces, 1, 2, right here, and then we do that again. And then we go down. And then once you get right around here, you're going to start going negative. And then you're going to go down 3, and then 2 to the left, instead of the right and above. So, and then you're going to get your whole linear function right around here. And that's how you graph out your equation, which is like on a x, y axis. And I'm going to do one more example, and then I'm going to give you guys an assignment so you guys can actually like try and do it yourself. And I'll go around the room. Make sure that everyone in here is able to like understand what's like how to graph properly. So the next one we're going to do is y equals 3x minus 2. Graphed like this, or written like this. So right here, we're going to have negative 2, okay? So we're going to go below the x-axis, which is going to start right around here, okay? Down to. And then 3x. So right here, as opposed to that last one, which already had the rise and run shown for you, 3 is going to be 3 over 1. So you go up 3 spaces and then 1 to the right. So 1, 2, 3. Starting off with 1, come along, and then up 3, 1 to the right, up 3, 1 to the right, and then same down the opposite way from that y-axis. You go down 3, and then 2 to the left. And then you get your little line right there. If I had a ruler, it would have been a lot more straight, but you know, can't all be happy. Alright, so I'm going to hand out this paper right around now. And
I have a question.
Yeah.
What if the x was negative?
If the x, what do you mean? Oh, so if it's negative, right? So that's a great question. So if it's negative 3 over 2, it's going to be the opposite way. So for that one right there, y equals 3 over 2x plus 2. If it was negative, it would be pretty much perpendicular to that exact, well, if it was 2 over 3, then perpendicular, but you're actually going to be crossing lines going down 3 and then 2 to the right, because only one of them is going to be negative, and then the other way around it would be up 3 and then 2 to the left, because it's just going in the negative direction. So I'm going to hand out this paper. I'm going to take one right here. And I'm going to give you guys 2 practice problems, try and graph them out. I'm going to go around the room, see if you guys need any help at all. We're going to start off with y equals 3 over 2. X minus 3. And you guys take a gander at that, and I'll put the other one up there after you're done with that. So y equals 4 over 3 x plus 6. Alright, I'm going to give you guys another minute. So I can write these in. Alright, so you guys need any more help?
Just wrote it down,
Oh, you know, that's all. Should be able to help you. There you go. Okay. So we're going to show how this is graphed out right now. Time's up. So right here, it should be graphed off as -3. You're going to start off with your y-intercept being down 3 spaces, and then you're going to go up 3 and to the right, up 3 to the right, and then, you know, other way around, down 3 to the left. And it's going to go in this, should look like this, something like this. Did everyone raise your hands if you guys got something like this? Alright. So try and for this next one right here, we're gonna have y equals 4 over 3x plus 6. So we're gonna start off by on our y-intercept again. We're gonna go up 6 spaces, starting off right here, 0, 6. Then we're gonna go up 4, and then 3 to the right. And then we're gonna go down 4, 3 to the left. Down 4, and then 3 to the left. And so your graph should look something along the lines of this. Cutting in through. Alright, so that's pretty straightforward, obviously. For those of you guys who are aware and not aware. But the next thing we're going to transition to is how we're going to find our slope right here. Now, with what you're going to be given. So, well, I'm going to keep y equals mx plus b because we are going to be reverting back to it so we can end up graphing it again on the next graph. So, y equals mx plus b. And we're going to go with how we're going to find our y-intercept is actually a quicker thing we'll go through first. We'll do that after. So let's say we had our slope as m equals 1 over 2. And our coordinates were 3, 4, which if you don't know, like on the left it's going to be x, and on the right it'll be y in a coordinate plane. And right around there, you're going to first off want to plug in your y into the equation, and then your x, and also your slope. So you're going to start out, it'll be 4 equals 1 over 2 times 3 plus b. Now what we're going to be looking for is the y-intercept, b. So we have to leave it by itself in this equation. So first we're going to get 3 over 2, which is 1 over 2 times 3 over 2. Does anyone know what we're going to be doing next in this equation to solve for b?
You have to isolate it, right?
Exactly,
Isolate
yep.
it.
So how are we gonna do that?
Somehow move the 3/2 to the left.
Yeah, so we're gonna subtract 3 over, by doing that, we do subtract 3/2 to both sides. And since obviously it's not the same common denominator, so we're gonna change it to a common denominator, which is 8/2, so 8 minus 3 is 5, so 5/2 will be equal to b, and that's your y-intercept. Then you can put that into plug it right back in here with just the slope and the y-intercept and leave y and x. So then you can have it in y-intercept form to graph on the equation. So it's going to be y equals 1/2 x plus 5/2. Then you graph that out on here, which is going to be 5/2, which is going to be in between 1 and 2 up here. And then it's going to go up 1 and then 2 to the right, down 1 to the left. And creating something like amongst this. So, I'm going to give you guys 2 equations like this where I just give you the slope and the xy coordinate, just so you guys can graph it on the next paper. So, I'm going to start off with m equals 2, and then the coordinates will be 4, 6, and the other one's going to be, let's see, m equals 3, and coordinate 2, 6. I'll leave this work up on the side just based off what I have for you. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll walk around the room. You guys need any help over here?
Let's write out first.
Feel free to work with each other, someone next to you, go over answers. You guys need help back here? All right, I'm gonna give you guys another minute.